What's going on, beautiful people out there in YouTube land? It is the main werewolf himself. Let's get some lights going here. So, it's a little bright. Once again, Badwolf merch. You know where to find it. All right. So, how is everybody doing out there? I just want to thank everybody for watching the update video, supporting me on the Badwolf Media channel, which is my secondary YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me over there. As you know, that is where I speak more openly about the various things going on around the world, the news, the government, all that. Whereas on this channel, we focus mainly on the business, and that's how we keep it. So, all right, that's pretty good. The light a little bit better. There we go. Jazzy. All right, so join me over there, the Badwolf Media channel on YouTube. All right, that's where the show goes down. That's the after hours. That is the media. That is the news press. All right, so we're gonna cover everything, all kind of stuff. All right. For those people who watch my young cousin A6 out there, kind of like how he does his forum, that's how I'm going to be doing and orchestrating my Badwolf Media channel on YouTube. You know, open platform, you know, comments and all that will be open, and we'll be able to just kind of, you know, like having an after hours at the office, you know, or something like that. So anyway, this particular video is about how to obtain a judge's oath of office and other things related. So without further ado, we're going to jump almost dang near right into it. So once again, thank you for supporting. Thank you for helping us to get to 55,000 people. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe. You already know what it is. I'm not going to hound you because I told you guys once we get over 50, I was going to leave it alone. But yeah, hitting marks like 75 and 100, that will be pretty amazing. I don't know, we would definitely have to throw a party or something at that point in time. Otherwise, guys, keep in mind that if you want to know what media platforms I'm on that are actually me, hit Blacksite32, go to the social media page. You can find me there. I will never ask you guys for money. I will never tell you to invest in me. I will never tell you to invest in some crypto or how long being are you in my group? Okay, no, I will not do that. Those are not me, ever. Okay. But yeah, as far as like seminars coming up, we're going to start putting those up soon. So be looking on Blacksite32 to see when we're going to do the seminars and the various classes we're going to do, because everybody keeps asking me for them. We're also going to have an after hours seminar where we're going to be like, it's just an open, complete, real talk, like the nitty gritty, just open, have some drinks and whatever else. Probably be about 100, 150 bucks per person for that. And if you're at your home and you've got other people with you there, it's fine if you have 2, 3, or 4 other people watching it on the same thing. That's just how we're going to get down. And we'll just do that for a couple hours. So it'll be well worth your time. I'm just going to kind of go over everything. Anything people want to talk about that I know of, pretty much nothing is off limits. So those will be coming. Other than that, keep in mind, guys, if you guys do message me on the various platforms, I may or may not get to you. I really don't have the time to answer everybody's questions. Now that I've got like 6, 7, 8 platforms, I could barely keep up with YouTube, my main channel, with the comments and questions, much less all the rest of them. And then some of them look like AIs or girls sending me lots of pictures and stuff, which might be dudes, might be really chicks, might be AI. I don't know. I just don't have time or the energy capacity for that. So I just don't. I will say that I did find out this week that I'm considered a Sigma male. I didn't even, you know, I knew there was alpha male. That's pretty much all it was. I knew I wasn't an alpha male, but I discovered I'm a Sigma male. It's kind of interesting. Almost all the stuff that they said hit right on the head. All right, so that's about it, guys. So you guys check out Blacksite32 for all the resources to help you, whether it's from bankruptcy, mortgage securitization, land patents, mobile notary, all and government programs, et cetera, check out Black Site 32. You'll be surprised what you find on there, including all the free files. Download them all, read them all, get your education, guys. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to be doing this channel forever. So while I'm in the public, get it done. All right. I'm not gonna say it's necessarily limited time, but you didn't think I was gonna be doing this forever, did you? Nope. Long time, yes. Lots of stuff to cover, but you know, at some point I might jump over to the other channels and do that more than this particular one. You know, if I feel like I've covered a good chunk of everything, and all the videos right now, I've exhausted all the stuff I know off the top of my head that I can share in the public. So all the rest of the stuff, books and these things, some of these are other avenues and interests, which is why I created all the other channels. The Badwolf Media channel is going to cover a lot of all of this, and then the other channels are going to specifically gear into those. So join one of them, join two of them, join all of them. But it's specifically at least join this channel and Badwolf Media channel on YouTube. Those are the main ones. Otherwise, yes, I'm in Telegram, Instagram, Twitter, Rumble, BitChute, I think, TikTok now. Yeah. All right. So without further ado, let's get to how do we find the judge's oaths of office and why is it important? The reason why it's important is because they are all supposed to be taking an oath to this country. Now, we know that most of the low-level state ones actually take 2 oaths. They join the bar, and though they are not licensed, attorneys are supposed to be licensed, lawyers do not have to be licensed, and all the ones on the bottom have a membership card that they call a dues card, or that they are in the bar fraternity, which, as the other video, we pointed out that bar does not stand for British Accreditation Registry that we could find, but it literally means a bar, the bar, which separates the public from their particular jurisdiction. And they have barristers. Okay, so if anybody can find proof of that actually being the thing that has been vetted, send it to me. Let me know. Also, if anybody has any royalty-free, hand-drawn images of a wolf, if you guys want to send those to me, if I really like it, I'll put it on some merch. And if I do that, I will send it to you. So when you send it to me, put your address on there, and I might surprise you. Otherwise, if you just want me to use a royalty-free image, nothing that you've gotten from somebody else, you know, I don't want anybody else's materials, even though some of them might be cool. Can't belong to somebody. It's either handmade or you made it or royalty-free. And you want to see the picture of the wolf, has to be some kind of wolf on the front of any of my videos. I'll post it with your permission. And that'll be that. Let's see, 1 second. All right. No, those are for other videos. All right. Without further ado, finally, Wolf, let's get to it. Let's jump in. So they take 1 oath to the bar and then 1 to the Constitution. Now, some people see that as a conflict of interest because we don't know where all the true loyalties lie, even with the American bar, because from what I've heard, the bar is actually British in origin and European. Okay, which we proved that in the other videos. It does go back there. They were the first recognized courts, and they even tried to claim the word court. Okay, we know it as a kangaroo court. Okay, it's one of the reasons. And how do we know that it's not truly what they say it is? Because they don't have the American flag in there, the one without the gold fringes. The moment you try to walk in there with this document, you will be escorted out. Okay. Start talking about the Constitution, and they're going to say, you need a psychiatric evaluation. You're going to be barred. You're in contempt, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that doesn't sound very American to me, does it? All right. And where is the Bible? Okay. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so let's take a look at the goings-ons. Shazam! All right. To find a judge's oath of office, you need to check if the original oath of office has been filed with the Secretary of State. Now, once again, why do we even want to do this? And why do they hate this? And why do they call you a sovereign citizen for asking for what they're supposed to have on public record? Well, the reason why they hate this is because you're telling them that you know what's going on, you're challenging their authority, and you're making sure that they hold themselves to the oath of the Constitution that they took. They pledged to protect it. But in their courts, on a 9.9%, 99.99% basis, they are operating privately within the bar, not publicly. So when you're in there, say, hey, where's your oath of office to the Constitution for the United States of America? Because you're turning it into a public thing and not a private thing. So you think because they refer to you as the public and you come in there that it's a public thing and that you're on the record. You're not. They switch these positions. They switch positions with you from trustee to beneficiary, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know how to hold them to that. They've got lots of tricks, which is why we're going to break some of that down in some of the seminars. So be looking for that. Now, I don't know all the tricks, just some of the stuff that I was provided for, I've seen, I've learned. Some from various ones associated. Okay. So for Court of Appeals judges, the oath of office must be filed with the Secretary of State. For the circuit court judge, the oath of office must be filed with the Secretary of State. So your Secretary of State should have the master copies in all states. That's why when you contact the courts, they're like, oh, well, they might give you the hand job. Check if a copy of the oath of office has been filed with each county clerk in the judge's circuit. So the county clerk should also have it. Check if the judge has taken the oath of affirmation before performing the duties of his office. So before you even go in there, you can say, hey, you take your oath? Where is it? The oath or affirmation is as follows. I, blah, blah, blah. You solemnly swear, affirm that I will administer justice without respect to persons and do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as blah, blah, blah under the Constitution and the laws of the United States. So this is the Constitution. And this here, I would have to assume, when they said the laws of the United States, is the corporation. Now, this could be all together the same, the Constitution and the United States of America, but they don't have it America here, and they don't have it, mentioned. So, but it should be the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America. Okay? Because it doesn't say the state's Constitution, which is what they're doing, or their private members association, but all right. Oath of justices and judge. Okay. So Cornell Law EDU, I know you guys always like to watch my videos as well, or people at least write for them and update the codes. So, yeah. Which Constitution are you guys talking about here? And is this America? Or is this representing the DC Corporation? I'm just saying, I know which one it is, but it should be mentioned or underscored or hyperlinked. Just saying, I'll be looking for that correction. All right, so moving right along. Okay, how do I get an attorney's or judge's oath of office? Okay, so check this out. So a car accident lawyer in Wilmington, Delaware responds back to this person's question, how do I get an attorney's or district judge oath of office? Now look what they did. He goes, oh, you can consult with a California licensed lawyer, but based on the postings, You're going nowhere with this issue or argument. He didn't say this was an issue and argument. He just asked, where do I get it? So here, this Pachuco doesn't seem to understand that he's not asking, he's not saying there's an argument or a problem. He just wants to know. But he's also down here, this guy here is not saying that it's not a real thing. It can't be found. See, this is how they protect themselves, because they take an oath to protect the bar first, then each other, then their client. And everybody else is just out of luck, SOL. So this guy's none of those. So he's giving him some, hand job. So let's see here. This guy here, once again, another criminal defense attorney jumps in on this guy. Instead of answering the question of where they can find this on their site, because they all know what this guy's trying to do. Look, he's even in here under civil rights. He's asking for help. I just want to see it. Doesn't matter what he wanted to see it for. And they're giving him a hard time. As usual, Mr. Marshall is correct. Oath of office falls in the same category as not appearing before a judge or magistrate unless the flag has gold trim. The sovereign citizen and people who honestly believe the IRS is illegal, it's Dale dribble talk. Well, then why don't you just tell him where to get it, give it to him, and let him look like a fool? They're not doing that. So they're harassing this guy because they're protecting themselves. They're protecting the bar. So what I will agree with here is, first of all, there is no such thing as a sovereign citizen. It's a slang term. This has no legal standing. Secondly, the gold fringe flag is a maritime flag that was created and put into place by executive order. It is not the Title IV flag by description. So piss off, you wanker. The IRS is, in fact, legal. So those people who think that the IRS is illegal, you are incorrect. It is legal. They have permission to do what they're doing with the permission of Congress. So even this moron attorney doesn't know the true facts. This is the problem with these people. This is why I got into this, is to learn, because I used to be on the lawyer side, and then I found out they were liars. And I was on the people side, who were, some of them were operating as these, sovtards, and found out they were wrong. So now I walk the line between both of these moronic groups and point out what's really going on. Now let's see here. You can try asking the clerk of the district court, who should be able to provide it. Bam. Okay. So this guy here, Scott, my bad. I thought this was from up there. So this comment is from this guy, moron. And this guy is actually on point. Why? Because he's an actual attorney. Attorneys are sworn in, supposed to be sworn in, licensed, unlike most of these lawyers, these liars. Okay. So look, he goes right to it. Yeah, you can try asking the clerk of the district court, who should be able to provide it for you. But let's go on to see what he says. However, I fear that you may believe the oath is somehow relevant to something. Well, okay, Scott, I gave you a little bit too much credit. You're going down the wrong hill here. I may view that. Why is it not relevant? If the law ensures that they all, and you included, swear to something, you have to be held to something. And if you're not, you're in contempt. It's treasonous. So how dare you say, I fear that you may believe the oath is somehow relevant to something? You don't even know what he's talking about. You start off right, and he slid down into the poo pool. If you are a student or jurist doing research, good on you. If you want to make something of a legal argument about the judge's oath, I strongly encourage you to let it go. Once again, protecting the bar. You don't even know what he's trying to do. He's just asking for it. And here they go doing their... Now, I will go as far as to say this. Let's flip the script. as somebody who knows everything, well, not everything, but a lot about being a Mason and Masonic codes and various fraternities, blah, 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 you are required to take certain oaths to not reveal certain things. So we're going to chalk this up to that's what they're doing. But yeah, I don't know a single court judge clerk that would care. Yeah, of course they wouldn't care. So then just give him his information. Why are you badgering him? Just keep it. All you have to do, Scott, is say this and drop. Why the rest of this? And then why him and haw? Why go back and forth? I fear that you're on something irrelevant. But if you're a journalist, good for you. What? You sound like a moron, bouncing back and forth. I strongly encourage you to let this go. Oh, that sounds like a threat, Scott. That sounds kind of strong. I don't know a single court judge who would care. I'm pretty sure the Constitution says that the law, if it matters. What do you mean if the law, if it matters? This is what troubles me about these people. Are you really Americans? Are you a patriot? Oh, that's right. You took a private oath to the bar, didn't you? Didn't you, Scotty boy? Now, this is nothing against him or the rest of these people personally. I'm just going by what they put on the public internet here. Is what a judge says the law is. So, no, a judge does not get to say what the law is except for in the private courts amongst bar members, not the Constitution for the United States of America. You don't get to create the law. You cannot convert privileges into law and charge people for it. You cannot penalize people and hold them without their consent. That's peonage. Consent of the governed. Read the Constitution. Morons. You're reading too many constitutionalist websites. Once again, let's see who this guy is. Oh, estate planning attorney. Once again, this oath of office stuff is a favorite of the tinfoil hat crowd. But it has no real application in California law. Now here, he kind of said something here. He's right, but wrong at the same time. When they're operating in their own state's law, in their Constitution, it is the law. But if you took an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, then you have to understand there's a difference in jurisdiction here. Once again, okay, just want to show you guys what really goes on. You got to understand, there's only two types of people: those who know what's going on and those who don't. And these people do not know what's going on. But see, here's the thing: you can ask them, "Do you know more than a judge or a federal judge?" They will tell you no. If you ask them, "Do they operate and do business as a constitutional lawyer or attorney?" they're going to tell you no. So then you don't know all of that. You can only speak from your sandbox. That's what makes these people so dangerous. They're not entirely wrong, but they're far from right. But they're right within their own jurisdiction. That'd be like saying me in my office here, whatever I say goes, and I can do what I want to do. Well, that's true. But then some people out there, law enforcement say, "Oh, you can't do whatever you wanted to do. You can't just, do this, this, and this." Well, yeah, I can within the sanctity of my house if I've got permission of the governed. Oh, well, yeah. Do you see what I did there? Okay, so let's see what they have here over on this. Though I don't like the word sovereign, but sovereign connection. Let's see what they have to say about that. Nothing. Just a question somebody posted and nobody put anything up. I mean, we already have our answers. Now I'm just kind of probing to see what pops up. So here we got customer services, courts, looks like Washington, government. Let's look at it. Well, it seems having the oath of office available is kind of serious to the government. Oath of office for judges, oath of office. Look, right here, Court of Appeals, oath of. So if this doesn't mean anything, why do they have it? Why do they even have them do it in the first place? Because they want to hold them to a specific standard. So what are those? And don't get me wrong, not all lawyers or attorneys are morons or whatever else. Some know what's going on. They just can't say anything. They took an oath. I can respect that. So here, judge's oath. Looking for evidence that a judge is not a judge. Look at their oath. This is by Rob Ryder. Shout out to Rob Ryder. I like to watch his stuff too. It'll tell you in their oath if what they are. Oath of office. Let's see what the Wikipedia says.
An oath of office is an oath or affirmation a person takes before assuming the duties of an office, usually a position in government or within a religious body.
Public.
Although such oaths are sometimes required of officers of other organizations. Such oaths are often required by the laws of the state, religious body, or other organization before the person may actually exercise the powers of the office or organization. It may be administered at an inauguration, coronation, enthronement, or other ceremony connected with the taking up of office itself, or it may be administered privately. In some cases, it may be administered privately and then repeated during a public ceremony. Some oaths of office are statements of allegiance and loyalty to a constitution or other legal.
So, right there. Some of them, and they kind of leave this open, some oath of offices are statements of allegiance and loyalty to a constitution. Okay, so you're pledging loyalty. Let's go on. Let's just see what it says.
Legal text or to a person or office holder. Example, an oath to support the Constitution of the state, or of loyalty to the king or queen.
Okay, so at one point in time when there's kings and queens, not over here, but you know, it was an oath to them. Now, how serious is it to break the loyalty to a king or a queen? Now, to the state, we're going to get to that, but I'm pretty sure they're going to lop off your melon. Let's go on.
Queen, see Oath of Allegiance. Under the laws of a state, it may be considered treason or a high crime to betray a sworn oath of office.
Whoa. Now, what was old Scotty boy saying? Aye, lad, beam me up, Scotty. What was he saying? Oh, there's nothing there. Now, what did they just say here about the oath of office? Under the laws of a state, it may be considered treason or a high crime. What does that say? It is worse for an official than a non-official to do these things, high crimes and misdemeanors. So it's worse for them. What do you mean, Scotty? Scott. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Under the laws of a state, it may be considered treason or a high crime, which is worse for them, to betray a sworn oath of office. But Scotty, I thought you guys said no, an oath doesn't mean anything. You're barking up the wrong tree. Well, if you can prove that the judge or lawyer or liar or attorney or whoever, any public official, is guilty of treason or a high crime by betraying their oath, they are done, son. The word oath and phrase, I swear, refers to a solemn vow. For those who choose not to, the alternative term, solemn promise, solemnly affirm, and I promise, or I affirm, are sometimes used. Must be pretty important if the government has it on their website. Search oaths, oaths of office. Every person who shall be chosen or appointed for any office of trust or profit, meaning in the public, under the Constitution. Look, to take an oath to support the Constitution of this state. Here it is, the truth. So they're protecting their Constitution of their state and of the United States. Those are two separate things. Once again, shout out to Rob Ryder. I would play this, but I don't know if he wants me to use his materials. I don't want to get the strike or the complaint, just in case. If you have a complaint about a state court judge, etc., you file a complaint with the state commissioner on judicial performance. There you go. Because judges do not take on clients, they cannot be sued for malpractice. Oh, so your lawyer can. Your attorney can. That's good to know. Judges do not, as a rule, testify in court, so they are not considered liable for perjury. Oh. Thousands of U.S. judges who broke laws or oaths and remained on the bench. Oh, this is sad. 1,700 federal judges. Guys, I know you watch this too. What the F? Oh, my bad. Hold on. I didn't read it. My bad. I take it back. Let me read it. The country's approximately 1,700 federal judges hear 400,000 cases annually and near 30,000 a state. Okay. So these municipal court judges are being busted out by the federal judges, because the federal judges are held to a higher standard because they're actually doing it real law, not state internal law, corporation. Well, that's it, guys. You now know the places where to look, what to do should you need it. Remember, do not file any false claims or any judgments, any liens, or any crazy, stupid sovereign BS, non-commerce, not, belligerent combatant type information, activities, and things. Don't do any of that stuff. Some of you guys may want to pull my hair out when I get your emails. Okay? You're on your own if you're going to do stupid stuff. If you're not smart enough to know that you shouldn't do stupid stuff, then you truly are the public and you're dumb. There, I said it. If you handle yourself properly in commerce, you either deal with it, don't deal with it, use it, don't use it, public or private, properly. And if you're not sure, ask somebody. As you see, they have no obligation to tell you the truth, so you're going to have to do your own due diligence, because if you, as it was told to me, consider yourself to be this private person means you have absolute authority, well, mainly over yourself. So figure it out. But if you need help, that's what the public's for. That's what they're for, and they're going to give you the bare minimum. Now, the problem is that here, if I'm trying to do commerce the proper way, and I want to know all of your options, and then the low-level functionaries don't even know all the options there, and I've seen it there 100 times. Well, that's useless. But then you have to be smart enough to go, okay, well, then I want to talk to the boss. I want to talk to the manager, somebody in the power and knowledge and all of the knowledge. Or at least who knows and has the time to research it to find it out for me. Because that's what it means to be a private person and to be smart. I'm sorry, but if you're not, then you're operating like the public. And then you'll get what they have coming for you, because I'm pretty sure the various lawyers and police officers and whatever else out there appreciate the hell out of you because you're job security. You're the reason why they get to put food on their table. So for all these lawyers and cops and whatever else that watch my channel, to those who do a good job, thank you very much wholeheartedly. But remember, how many bad cops or how many bad attorneys or lawyers do you have if you guys don't speak up against the ones who are doing bad? And you guys know who they are. I've got friends and family who are in all of that too. So yes, I do get some information from them. And you know what I'm talking about. But I get it. You don't want to jeopardize putting food on your table. So how mad can you guys really be at these sovereign citizens, to use your word? It's a horrible taste in my mouth to even say it. Difference would be I'm a private citizen and they would be a sovereign citizen, if you want to use that word. There it is again. Well, it's like when you're never mind. So how mad can you guys really be at them if they're job security? Because if everybody had their act together, we wouldn't need any of you. Ew, never looked at it that way. But I'm definitely not condoning anybody going out there to give them job security. If anything, I'd be advocating for you to know how to operate privately or publicly. And then we wouldn't need any of them, now would we? And then they would all go bye-bye. Probably won't happen for a long time. Definitely not within my life mortal experience. But yeah, here's a thought though. How many cops are we really going to need when the day comes that vehicles are all AI? No more accidents. No more any of that stuff. All vehicles will become either public use, so almost anybody has their own private vehicle. That'll be a luxury. And then it'll be considered dangerous. Oh, you have a vehicle that you operate yourself. You don't let the AI do it. So goodbye insurance. Goodbye police officers. You'll still need detectives to solve some crimes, but remember, 99% of all cops, what do? Traffic. Think about the future. All right, guys, that's it. Take care of yourselves. It goes to everybody, even you trolls and other agents and municipalities and peoples and persons, good and the other. Stay out of trouble, self-govern. Ask questions. I'm not here to convince you guys of anything. I've already done these things. I've had judges ask me to join the bar. I've been approached to be officers and this and that. There's a reason for it. Though, at the time when I did apply to becoming a federal agent, I was honest. And I said I smoked a little, so they didn't want to take me. But yet they'll let some of their undercover agents get away with it. I'm just saying. Did I looking to become a police officer? Yep. Looking to go into the military and all the rest of that? Yep. They wanted me so bad, it hurt. So, but I do appreciate everybody in their capacities that are performing as they are supposed to. Sorry that some people make your job harder out there. Unfortunately, that is the plight of that individual person and how they perform. Because good people like myself who operate privately and know what to do, you don't have any problems from us. Because we know how to move in the public and in the private. It's all commerce, it's all business, it's all jurisdiction, it's all tax. And when you understand it, well, then you're moving the right way. So God bless America. From the Badwolf Patriot, Talk to you guys later.